go live on YouTube yet?
Yeah, you're ready.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone, members of the public, members of the Committee of Adjustment and staff. Welcome to the October 5th Committee of Adjustment meeting. Can I get someone to call the meeting to order? Moved by Councillor Lang, second by Mayor Prevost, that the meeting is called to order. All those in favor? Motion is, I didn't see Steph, I can't see everybody on my screen, I apologize. There we go. Perfect. Yep. Motion's carried. Can I get approval of the agenda as presented? Moved by Councillor Jaworski, second by Councillor McDonnell. All those in favor? Motion is carried. Are there any declarations of pecuniary interest? Seeing and hearing none. Moving on to number 5A 2920, Ms. Haley.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm just going to share my screen. So one moment, please. It's just taking a second here. I apologize. Sometimes it's slow.
Okay, Ms. Haley, I can see your screen. Can other members?
Excellent. I'm just going to set it up as for some reason, it's giving me a little bit of trouble to go to my full presentation. So I'm just going to leave it as this if you don't mind.
That's fine.
So good evening, everyone. For those of you who are attending our public meeting this evening, I would just like to provide you some information that will be helpful. For members of the public that are participating by Zoom or by phone, you will be permitted to speak to your application following my presentation. And prior to speaking, please state your name and address for the record. For those of you who are participating by Zoom and who wish to speak, you can use the raise hand function and the chair will call upon you if you want to add any information to the application. I'm now going to read some formal wording that is required under the Ontario Planning Act. This is a hearing under Section 44 of the Ontario Planning Act. Any person may attend this hearing and or make written or verbal representation either in support of or in opposition to the proposed minor variance. If a person or public body does not make oral or written submissions at this hearing before the minor variance is decided upon, the person or public body is not entitled to appeal the decision of the minor variance of the Committee of Adjustment to the Local Planning Appeal Tribunal, which is also known as LPAT. If a person or public body does not make oral submissions at a hearing or make written submissions to the Committee of Adjustment or the Township of South Glengarry before the minor variance is decided upon, the person or public body may not be added as a party to the hearing of an appeal before the LPAT unless, in the opinion of the tribunal, there are reasonable grounds to do so. So we have one item on the agenda this evening, which is known as A2920. This application, this property is located at Lot 11, Registered Plan 14M14 in the geographic township of Charlottenburg, now in South Glengarry, also known as Lot 11, contained within Place Saint-Laurent subdivision phase 4. This is an aerial image of where this property is located. In this area here where you can see my mouse, this is phase 3. Phase 4 comes along the western portion of the man-made canal or water ski lake, I should say. And this is the subject property that we're speaking of this evening. The purpose of the minor variance is to allow the applicant to construct a single detached dwelling within the watercourse setback, which would require a reduction of the watercourse setback from 30 meters to 15 meters. I have an image that was provided to me. This is the shape of the lot. As you can see, this is the north arrow. This would show the 15-meter setback. This rectangle represents the building envelope. This actually represents the configuration of the dwelling to be located within the building envelope. And this would be on the water side. This would be on the north side. So this is a draft of what the dwelling potentially could look like. It's possible that there could be changes made to this design between now and the building permit stage if the minor variance is approved, but this would give you an idea of what's proposed to be constructed. The property is designated residential district in the county official plan and is located in the urban settlement area of Glen Walter, and the application does conform to the general intent of the official plan. The property is zoned residential 1 and does conform to the general intent of the zoning bylaw. The application was circulated to applicable municipal staff. Planning and building have no concerns with the application. One of the reasons why we have no concerns, and you'll often hear me say this, is because they're not going any closer to the water than the 15 meters, and that's the minimum that staff can support, as well as the RSCA can support. And the RSCA was circulated on this application. They have no concerns with the application. The committee members received their comments not long ago. I apologize for that. Sometimes that happens depending on how many applications they have to respond to. And you will see in the information that I sent you that they have no concerns. I have received no public comments, formal or informal, no phone calls or nothing so far in this application. And Mr. Chair, I do know that the applicant and the agent is available if you have any questions for them.
Okay, not a problem. I'll open the questions up to members of the committee first. Are there any questions that, okay, I can only see, okay, thank you. Councillor Jaworski.
Thank you, through you, Chair. Ms. Haley, my question with regards to the 15-meter setback, the potential image of the house footprint that you showed looks like it has a deck facing towards the water. Now, am I right that that deck and its footings, et cetera, would have to be fully back, like it would have to respect also that 15-meter setback? It couldn't be encroaching?
That is correct.
Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Haley, I have kind of an odd question. I mean, the whole point of building this on the man-made lake is to have, you know, a bit of water in the front. In the future, if for whatever reason is that lake ever allowed to be filled in because it was man-made, or is it because it was constructed now, it's on record, it must remain? Like, I'm just curious about that. Do you have any insight on that?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That's a bit of a loaded question because now that's considered a private body of water that has fish habitat. And as soon as there's fish habitat in there, it would have to be reviewed by a few agencies to determine how it could be filled in. I would never say no, but what I can confidently say is that it wouldn't be our decision to make in terms of the township.
Confident of that as well. And in your opinion, with the setbacks, do you believe that there could be potential development on the east side of that lake in future, just if there's service lot?
Yeah, so thank you. On the east side, there might be potential development for a couple of houses, but I would have to say the development potential is very limited simply because the municipal drain is also on the east side of that lake. The municipal drain was actually relocated to go around the water ski lake when that water ski lake received approvals.
Okay.
So there would be some possibilities, but limited possibilities.
Okay. It was just a general question. Thank you very much. Are there any other questions of the committee? Seeing none, I will check to see if anybody has their hands up. Kaylin, Ms. McDonald, I don't see anybody else on this. Oh wait, attendees. Okay,
yeah, I
sorry.
don't see any hands
Okay,
up.
sorry. There we go. I switched over to attendees. So we have Jean-Luc Cardinal. I believe he's the developer. Okay, I'm gonna let go ahead. Let's unmute.
Am I on?
You are on now, sir. If for the record, would you mind stating your name and your address?
Yes. My name is Jean-Luc Cardinal. I'm the agent for Marie-Josée Cardinal and Brent Larivière. And my address is 18172 Highway number 2. And the address for this property that we're talking about is 18136 Saint-Laurent Boulevard. There you go. Yes, I'm in the developer, and that lot is part of phase 4. And they would like to build obviously close to the lake, but within between the 15 and the 30 meters.
Okay, perfect. Are there any other questions, the committee members for the developer? Seeing none at this time. Ms. Haley, this, I'm assuming this will also be serviced by water and sewer?
Yes, that is correct, Mr. Chair. It was part of the subdivision approval process.
Perfect. Okay, seeing that there are no other questions of committee members. Oh, go ahead, Councillor McDonnell.
I was just gonna move to approve if there wasn't another question from the public. I'm seeing any
Okay, perfect. Mover, and can I get a seconder? Second by Councillor Lang. All those in favor? Motion is carried. I just gotta go back to my agenda. Okay, so that's it. Next meeting, Ms. Haley, do we have a date for our next meeting?
We don't. Maybe we'll actually have a break at our next meeting. It's the first time in a long time.
That's okay. That's okay. So
I'll
with
let you know when we do.
thank you very kindly. So that being said, can I get someone to adjourn this meeting? Moved by Councillor McDonnell, second by Mayor Prevost. Meeting is adjourned at 5:42 p.m. Before we go, is this the same link for our next meeting? Or is that
Yes.
a separate
Yes,
one?
it is.
This is the same link? Okay, perfect. See you guys at 6 o'clock.